Hello everyone, I'm Tay, and we are going to be making a French toast breakfast sandwich today. It's holiday season, Christmas time is right around the corner, you have family visiting, everyone loves to wake up and make breakfast. So I have come up with a sandwich that ties everything together, and this is a French toast breakfast sandwich. I have here a loaf of brioche bread. Now what you want to do is get a brioche bread that is fresh, but you want to let it sit out because French toast is better when it is set out for a while, because you want the bread not to be stale, but you do want it to be just thick enough to where it absorbs the custard a little bit better. So this has set out for a little while. Your custard, you want to be thick, but not too thick, and definitely not thin. I like to use half and half rather than heavy cream, and I don't like to use milk because milk is too thin. And when it comes to the egg, I use 2 eggs plus an egg yolk. Cinnamon and just a little bit of nutmeg. So I use a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a pinch of salt. And since this is a French toast breakfast sandwich, I like to use 2 tablespoons of Grade A maple syrup. We're gonna make 2 breakfast sandwiches today. We're gonna have a bacon and we're also gonna have a sausage. So with the bacon, I like to use a white cheddar cheese. White cheddar and bacon just tastes so good together. The way it melts over the bacon, oh my gosh, it's so good. And with the sausage, we're gonna use the sharp cheddar cheese. It's delicious. When you make your French toast, you want to use 2 tablespoons of butter. I know that sounds like a lot, but brioche bread is made with butter. So when you add that butter in, it just gives it a warm, buttery taste that just melts in your mouth. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So the first thing you want to do is to get your custard ready. So you want to go ahead and get your eggs cracked in there. Like I said, 2 eggs, plus you want to use 1 egg yolk. And don't worry if you get a little bit of the whites in there. If you don't get all of it in there, it's okay. Sometimes you have to just do what you can to get that in there. Cream, or half and half. Just a pinch of the salt. We don't want to do too much. We just want to balance the sweetness of that maple syrup. You want to just whisk that in there really good. This is going to be so good. And it just warms up the house. You smell that good nutmeg and that cinnamon. Especially when everyone is asleep, they wake up and they just smell it. Just want to whisk that in really good until that's a good consistency there. And you can see it's thick, but not too thick, and it's not really thin. It's just a good custard there. I can already smell it. You just want to set that to the side there. You want to get your bread together. Now, you want your bread to be cut thick. So about right there, that's where you want that cut. You want that to be thick. That's for one sandwich. There you go. That's perfect. That is gonna make a delicious sandwich there. Now I chose to go with a brioche that has the vanilla in it, so I didn't have to add any sugar, just that maple. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put these in our dish here. And we're gonna pour our custard over top. I like to let my custard sit especially when you have bread this thick. Go ahead and flip that over. There you go. And then once that's in there, you can take those right out. You don't want them to sit too long because we're making sandwiches out of these. We're not making actual French toast. There we go. That's all we need of that. Now that we let that set, we want to go ahead and bring our butter up to temp on a medium heat and let that butter get nice and hot. The reason you want to wait till it gets nice and hot, you want to get a nice good crust on our bread. And I like to just kind of move my butter around. You don't want to make this a brown butter. Butter does brown when you let it get too hot. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start making our French toast. All of these can fit in here. So we want to let these cook for about 3 minutes on each side. We want them to get nice and brown. That is perfect. And these smell so good. These smell delicious. This is about what we need it to be. All right, so now that we have our French toast ready, we're gonna go ahead and get our meat cooked. So we have thick cut, hard wood smoked bacon, and then just some regular breakfast sausage. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just ground sausage. Patty it up. That's all you have to do here. Fry your bacon. I'll do a couple strips here. We'll go ahead and get that done. All right, that good sizzle. That's what we want to hear. All right, so now the bacon's done. We're gonna go ahead and patty up our sausage, get that fried, and then the fun part, we get to cook the eggs and put our sandwich together. So I like to follow whatever shape my bread is. And in this case, since we do have a longer shape of our bread, I'm gonna make a longer shape of our sausage patty. But simple as that. We get it in here, get it frying. That's all it takes. So we have our bacon and our sausage done. Now we get to make our eggs. My family does not like gooey eggs. I really wish that I could show you gooey eggs today, but they have to eat these sandwiches, so I can't make gooey eggs today. So we're gonna do over hard eggs today instead of over medium or over easy eggs, but I will get those started for you and then we'll get our sandwiches. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get these eggs cooking. You want your pan to be actually hot for this because you want that sizzle of the egg. Sizzle of the egg is my favorite part. All right, so I always start this a little higher just so I can get the pan hot to get the sizzle of the egg. Then you want to go ahead and turn it down just a tad. We don't want to burn the egg. We want to get it hot. You want to see that bubble, but you do not want to burn your egg. So we turn this down just a little bit. Go ahead and get that ready. Crack your egg. Crack it right in there. I like to do 2 at a time. See that where it's starting to bubble there? That's what we want to see. A little salt. A little pepper. That is what we want to see there. That is perfect. That's my favorite part there. That's how you know it's really sizzling. All right, so eggs are done. They look absolutely delicious. So we are going to go ahead and assemble our sandwiches. So we're going to go ahead. We're actually going to start with the sausage. Let's go ahead and get that together. The eggs are very hot. I just cooked them. So I did double eggs because these are very large sandwiches. Actually, let's do our cheese. So with the sausage, I like to do sharp cheddar cheese with the sausage. This is all you need here. Look at that. Does that not look good? That's all you need for that. Set that there. Bacon goes so well with white cheddar. So we're gonna get our bacon together. Again, super duper hot eggs, so we're gonna be very careful with the egg. I tend to go over top with the food, but why not? Just a few more pieces, can't hurt, right? And then just a little bit more. That looks delicious. Look at that. Can you imagine trying to bite into that right now? That just looks so good. And this, that is our French toast breakfast sandwich. Just look at those sandwiches. Look at that. That is what a sandwich should look like. Look at that. You can see the butteriness of the brioche in there. That is amazing. That is what a sandwich should look like. That is just absolutely delicious looking. You can't say no to that. At least I can't say no to that. I hope you can't say no. Until next time, enjoy.